Hello everyone, today I'd like to talk about what we can learn from the Central Park case in search of a win-win situation between state government and the developers. First, a little bit background on the Central Park case. It has experienced a long time span of development application process. After the site was up for sale in April 2003, it took almost 4 years for concept plan approval to be issued by the Minister of Planning in February 2007. The land purchaser and project developer changed from Australand to Fraser Property. After putting in extensive time and a great amount of resources in designing and development application, Australand cancelled its conditional agreement for the sale of the CUB site due to concerns that the council planning process wouldn't be finalized in time. The consent authority changed from the Council of the City of Sydney to New South Wales State Government Planning Authority. However, the outcome was quite positive. Central Park has won plenty of awards in urban design and sustainable development. The major building has become one of the signature buildings in Sydney. Local community residents have benefited greatly from the open spaces, art galleries, and green parks. The significance of this site and its development was recognized when the minister declared the site would be considered under Part 3A and that it was a potential state significant site. This curtailed the prolonged DA process. Also, there is sufficient public involvement. Public opinion, whether its support or objection, was incorporated in the modified plan. However, there are some unsuccessful results. It took more than 4 years since the announcement of this site for redevelopment before a development approval can be determined. The DA process was far from efficient. A lot of work done and resources employed in this process was wasted because of the change of consent authority and planning requirements. So what can we learn from this case? A few suggestions can be made to improve the DA process. First of all, speed up the DA process by shortening the time period allowed for local councils to make a decision. Given the prescriptive complexity of planning requirements across multiple government, it is a major challenge to ensure that any particular development application complies with all planning policies and control standards. As for the current practice, an application for general development may be deemed refused if a determination is not made by the consent authority within 40 days, and for designated integrated development or development requiring concurrence of another authority within 60 days. By simply changing this policy of deemed refusal into deemed approval, the DA process would be more efficient as local councils or other consent authorities have to make a decision within the given time frame. Second, employ a bottom-up approach to public involvement and consultation instead of the current top-down approach. The importance of having local residents and community stakeholders to engage in the planning process cannot be overstated. However, the current practice often involves procedures where a plan is first drafted and then exhibited for public consultation. This top-down approach gives government more power than is necessary. The better way would be to let local residents and community stakeholders get involved before and during the drafting of plans. By facilitating dialogues between developer and community, government has a better chance of understanding the needs of the people and therefore coming up with the best determination of development applications in the end. Last but not least, it is necessary to keep arbitrary powers in planning authorities to a minimum. Although the case of the Central Park has a happy ending, as the Minister of Planning and CEO of Fraser Property trusted each other and worked together to deliver an outcome that is positive on all levels of social, economic, and environmental sustainability. We cannot always rely on the few with overwhelming power to make the right decision. Similar approaches to planning control could easily lead to unsatisfying results like the Barangaroo project. These critical sites are invaluable and non-renewable land resource. It is due to this fact that only carefully and effectively designed policies and control systems can guarantee its optimal allocation as well as the best outcome for the society and its members. That is all. Thank you very much.